Magpies defender Tyson Goldsack could have the all-important job again on Eagles star Josh Kennedy. Will the Eagles carry scars from the 2015 pummeling at the hands of Hawthorn? Jack Darling's dropped mark in the third term of the 2015 decider was a howler, but he wasn't alone on a dark day for the Eagles. Elliot Yeo had 5 touches, Josh Kennedy was blanketed by James Frawley for 9 disposals and Dom Sheet and Cripps had little influence. They are among 12 Eagles backing up from the club's last grand final appearance, and while the club will be confident it will have no effect, they won't really know until 2:30 p.m. on Saturday. Louis Jetta's time at Sydney makes him one of 13 Eagles with experience on football's biggest stage, while the Pies have 5 who have been there before: Steelside Bottom, Scott Pendlebury, Tyson Goldsack, Travis Barca and Chris Main. Do the Magpies roll the dice on Darcy Moore, Ben Reed or Jack Madgen? Twin Towers Josh Kennedy and Jack Darling combined for 8 shots on goal after halftime in the Eagles' qualifying final win over the Pies. Throw in the resting Nathan Vardy or Scott Lysette, and the Eagles' forward line has a distinct height advantage over the Pies. The decision to back in Tyson Goldsack, Jeremy Howe and Tom Langdon, or opt for more support, will be Nathan Buckley's biggest headache at the selection table this week. Ben Reed is finally fit and was named an emergency alongside Jack Madgen in the Pies' preliminary final victory, while Darcy Moore looms as the X-factor now he's over his hamstring woes. Simon Goodwin dropped Bailey Fritsch for Joel Smith in an attempt to cover the Eagles' talls, but Buckley doing the same when a James Isher or Chris Main appears a long shot. Can the Eagles' ruck duo claim another scalp? Scott Lysette and Nathan Vardy had 8 days to go to school on Max Gone ahead of the preliminary final. Now they've got the next 6 days to work out how to bring down Brodie Grundy. Making Gone accountable when floating across halfback limited the All-Australian's influence, and stopping Grundy's work as another Pies midfielder will be next on the agenda. Grundy's follow-up work around stoppages is the best among ruckmen in the competition, however Lysette and Vardy preventing him from providing a link-up option around the ground will go a long way to the Eagles winning. Grundy made a mockery of the Tigers' lack of a second ruckman on Friday night. He won't be afforded the same luxury on Saturday. How much has Mason Cox changed his contested marking in 3 weeks? Speaking after the Eagles' preliminary final win, Adam Simpson admitted he saw things in Cox's performance on Friday night that he hadn't seen this season. Held to 2 marks against the Eagles, none contested. Just 2 weeks prior, Cox clunked 11 marks, including 8 contested, against the Tigers. Jordan De Goey's presence deep ensured the Tigers couldn't free up a loose man, and replicating that structure in attack against the Eagles will be crucial. Jeremy McGovern and Tom Barras are 2 of the best intercept marks in the competition and will need to study Cox's improved leading patterns where he gave himself more room to run and get a clean jump. Cox missed the round 17 clash against the Eagles with a hamstring complaint, and his only other performance against West Coast was his second AFL game in 2016. Mason Cox was outstanding against the Tigers. Can he deliver on the big stage? Picture AFL photos. Does the Eagles' record at the MCG matter anymore? Ever since moving home games to Optus Stadium, where dimensions are similar to the MCG, the Eagles are 2-0 at the home of football. In the 6 matches prior, they were 1-5, including the 2015 Grand Final loss. Jeremy McGovern admitted to the psychological concerns the MCG presented after that loss to the Hawks, but 3 years on, it shouldn't factor into their thinking. Like Greater Western Sydney before their semi-final, the Eagles will get the opportunity to train on the MCG on Friday. Where does Mark Hutchings go? Adam Simpson confirmed Hutchings would tag on Saturday but stopped short of confirming where he'll be sent. It would be a shock if it wasn't Steelside Bottom after yet another blistering finals display on Friday night, collecting 41 disposals at 85% efficiency. Hutchings went to side bottom after halftime in the qualifying final and did his best to quell his influence, but the Pie was still his side's best. When they met in round 17, Hutchings kept side bottom to 12 touches in their 68 minutes together. Hutchings went to Jack Viney against the Demons. Simpson's plan to stop the skipper and the rest dries up. While Scott Pendlebury copping a tag would be a surprise, Adam Treloar is another option. Who does the weather forecast favor? Tipped to be 13 degrees with a 70% chance of rain, the small men will come into the contest if slippery conditions eventuate. Can Mason Cox take as many contested marks, or can the Eagles run and gun style stand up in wet conditions? One thing is for sure, both sides will take confidence from winning the contested ball count in their respective preliminary finals. The Pies 6 over the Tigers and Eagles 13 over the Demons.